All right, folks, the drama isn't slowing down. Beauty in Black is coming back for season 3, and if you thought the first 2 seasons pushed the limits of betrayal, power, and revenge, I'm telling y'all you haven't seen anything yet. Tyler Perry's Netflix hit keeps raising the tension, and the next chapter promises to push every rivalry and secret to the edge. Season 3 is about to take things further than ever, so let's get into what the new season might bring. But before, let me set the record straight and clear the confusion. I've been seeing people talking about season 3, and the truth is, Netflix actually split season 2 into 2 parts, and we'll have season 2 part 2. So yeah, I know I've said season 3 in the title, but you got the point why, right? When I think back to season 1, I remember Kimmy at the club just trying to survive night after night. Then Horace Bellery walked in, not just as a client, but as the man who would drag her into a whole new world. From there, things moved fast. Mallory was holding on to the family business, but I could see her marriage falling apart the second Kimmy entered the picture. The Bellerys turned into one big mess of arguments, shifting loyalties and secrets stacking on top of each other. And just when I thought I'd seen it all, Sylvie got kidnapped. That ending had me sitting there like, all right, this is only the beginning. And I was right, because in season 2, part 1, everyone's losing it. Kimmy went and married Horace, and suddenly she was running the company. That was a great twist, and I didn't even have time to process it before the Bellerys started losing their minds. Mallory was fuming on the sidelines. Horace's kids acted like they owned the place already, and every family scene felt like somebody was about to flip the table. Then Charles, oh man, Charles, watching him kill those intruders and then panic his way through hiding the bodies with Varney had me shaking my head. I literally said out loud, yeah, there's no way he gets out of this alive. And just when I thought that was bad enough, Rain shoved Glenn out a window. I get she thought Sylvie was in trouble, but come on, that was brutal. And we still don't know what really happened between Sylvie and Glenn because she kept saying he wasn't doing anything. Meanwhile, Angel got shot, pretended to be dead, and hid out in Horace's mansion like some ghost no one was supposed to see. By the finale, masked intruders were storming in, and I was left thinking, okay, now we're in full chaos mode. That's why I can't wait for part 2, because none of this stuff is going away. Kimmy might have the title, but I can feel how shaky her spot really is. She's sitting in a chair the family doesn't want her in, and I don't think she realizes just how many knives are pointed at her back. Every move she makes in that office is being watched, and the second she slips, they'll use it to tear her down. Part of me wonders if she'll be forced to play dirtier than she ever wanted, because being polite isn't going to save her here. And I can see the possibility of Kimmy ending up in a legal mess too if Angel's hiding draws attention back to her, or if Rain's fallout touches the company. Kimmy could be dragged right into the crossfire. I keep asking myself, will she hold that spot on her own merit, or is she just keeping it warm until someone stronger pushes her out? Mallory doesn't just sit around and sulk. She's going to hit back. And I'd bet money she'll go after the business itself. Horace's health isn't getting better, and I know the second he's gone, the whole family is going to rip each other apart over what's left. Charles is living on borrowed time. Those bodies aren't going to stay hidden forever, and once Varney or those fake cops start talking, it's game over. Rain's mess with Glenn is just hanging there like a storm cloud, and if it explodes, Sylvie's going to be dragged right into it. And Angel, as much as I love that he made it out alive, hiding in plain sight isn't exactly a long-term plan. If you ask me, part 2 feels less like a fresh start and more like the moment all these bombs finally go off. I've also been keeping an eye on what people are saying online, and I saw a post the other day that made me stop and think. Someone suggested that Angel returned for revenge against Norman, and it actually makes sense. He didn't fake his death just to sit quietly in Horace's mansion forever. If he decides to move, it's going to light up a whole new side of the family war. And Mallory, people always frame her as just power hungry, but I'm not buying that it's her only motive. The way she watches Kimmy, the way she reacts when she's pushed aside, it feels like there's something deeper. If part 2 digs into a secret Mallory's been hiding, maybe connected to Horace or Olivia, that reveal could turn everything upside down. Finally, let's talk about the release date and the trailer. I've been digging around for a release date, and Netflix hasn't given us an official word yet. From what I can tell, the safest bet is early 2026. That's what most outlets are pointing to, and it lines up with how Netflix has been splitting these parts. I know waiting feels brutal after how part 1 ended, but at least we've got a rough window instead of total silence. And about the trailer, nothing is out yet, but I already know what I want to see when it drops. If it doesn't open with Kimmy in the office throwing down with the Bellaries, it's a missed opportunity. I'm expecting a quick tease of Angel stepping back into the game, maybe a glimpse of Rain's fallout with Glenn, and of course, Mallory plotting in the shadows. Trailers for this show love to give us just enough screaming, crying, and side eyes to keep us guessing. And if they follow that formula again, I'll be glued to it the second it shows up. Will Kimmy hold her ground, or is Mallory about to take the whole game back? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's see who gets it right when the season drops. After that, you can go and watch this next.